Good morning. We are more than excited to be here with you today. Crystal's body is adjusting in these moments still. She is getting a little nervous. The energy is so strong today. As we moved in, she felt a new vibration in her body that she had never felt before. This is because she has chosen a new belief system about how her body is expressing energy in this reality, about how she is choosing the projection of her reality in front of her by assuming who she also is choosing to become. And because of this embodiment, her frequency has shifted and she is able to carry a new caliber of light. This is because of the energetic shifts that have been occurring on the planet. For a while, there was a threshold of expansion that was able to be reached. Yet because of the vibration of the collective and where the planetary frequency maintained itself to aid the collective, the Lightworkers could not stretch far outside of that threshold in consciousness or ability to understand the blueprint of the human body. But because Gaia has chosen to maintain herself in a higher expression now, you have the ability to receive these energies in a new way. Manifestation is a very important topic on your planet at this time. As the Lightworkers, way showers, star seeds of this realm are asking very strongly how to manifest what is next. So today we come forward to discuss the code of frequency, of universal energies that exist inside of you. And when you bring your personal consciousness into the realm of tuning into these frequencies, these codes that exist in the stillness of your DNA, you would find yourself understanding the blueprint of this beautiful human temple. You would find yourself understanding the energetic flow of this beautiful physical body and the way its consciousness interacts in your reality. These things will be difficult if you are still in fight with your physical vessel. So if you find yourself still finding it hard to love this body that you are in, we will ask that you just start there. But know that there is a very deep calling. There is a bank of information that exists inside your DNA that goes far beyond this reality. And as you raise your internal frequency in a consistent manner, you allow yourself to tune into these blockages of information and begin to receive the memory of who you are. And this shifts who you become. And because of that, this shifts the energy, the possibility, the field that the creator complex gets to express in. You are a divine expression of the God force. And we can talk about your earthly ascension into this new earth realm all we want. Or we could move into the conversations about the expansion of your soul that exists far outside of the realms of earth. Sweet light workers. Sometimes you forget that not only do you come from these higher dimensional places, but there are aspects of your soul that exist right now in universal complexes that are very far from the one that you are finding yourself focusing in. And this aspect of yourself holds massive amounts of information that is able to be fed to you at these times should you open up your heart and find out how to be the transmitter and receiver of these energies. If you had any idea how capable these bodies are when they are not being suppressed into the lower densities of your earthly experience. And when we say being suppressed in these lower densities, the only suppression of the body that is actually hindering the frequency expression is the thought that you harness about these beautiful temples that is separating you from the truth of what exists inside of each one of your cells. The atoms that create your physical body were once thought. And here we are. And that is an expansion that is so powerful that you, this physical being, existed in thought form. Well before your physical presence came to be. How is that so? You must have a history outside of this place. And just because your history outside of this place may not be in your cognitive awareness at this time, it does not mean that you do not have these histories inside of you fully accessible today, right now. But when you receive glimpses of it, when you finally allow the cracks in your psyche where the memory of who you once were can't come forward, you talk yourself out of it. And we would like you to talk yourself into it. Yesterday, sitting down to channel, Crystal had the experience of missing time, and this happens to her often. There are moments it happens because we take her to the ship, and she has the experience of us placing her back and not sewing the timeline back together in an appropriate manner, and she is cognitively aware that we do these things. So when she finds a glitch, she questions it until her consciousness tells her the truth. She creates openings where the truth of the existence outside of this reality can come into her mind state. But when you doubt something immediately, you shut it off. You shut the possibility of your truth off. And then you find yourself solely existing in this physical reality. And we will tell you that the physical manifestation of what you are experiencing yourself as here and now is only 1/16 of your truth. There are multiple different aspects of yourself that are communicating to you right now. Through your mind's eye, through your audio perceptors, through your body's energy field. Yes, Crystal. We don't have words in your reality. We will do the best we can to explain this to you. Your third eye holds a mechanism that is the equivalent of an echogram. It receives frequency and translates it into something that the human vessel can perceive and understand in this time. This is how you receive your claircognizant information. And because your echo receptor in the third eye is receiving so strongly, you have not developed the multidimensional flow of your vision at the same time. And that is okay. We would rather that you practice the energy flow that you are receiving through the third eye. It is a portal. It is a portal that you had placed long ago in other worlds when you were navigating the frequencies that were placed there by other light workers of harmonizing communication, making the flow of communication between beings effortless. And when you came to create this earthly reality, you took that flow of communication and began to place it into the grid here. But it is only when you open up to the flow of your body that you begin to perceive vibrational waves through the third eye and interpret that information. It is not the Akashic record or any sort of Akashic information that you are receiving through the third eye when you tune into the waves of frequency. This would be the equivalent of telepathic communication with your guidance. And you place your awareness in any direction, whether it be Source, the angels, the galactics, Gaia, your partner, your animals, the nature around you. And you begin to receive information from these places. When you come into this space with us, you amplify this connection, this wormhole of energy greatly. Because we are nowhere near your realm. Yet you have left yourself this beautiful opening where we can deliver to you consciousness. And these subtle frequencies are received into that echogram in the third eye. And you take that information into your DNA and let it reverberate. And even when you don't know the truth of your DNA, even when you don't know the truth of your Akashic history, the information that you're receiving is bouncing off and co-creating with that. And it opens up new expressions of who you are able to come into contact with. And who you are also able to express yourself as in this beautiful human body. All aspects of the Creator exists inside of you. Everything that God is and can do, you can too. It is important for you to understand this at this time so you can begin to develop your empowerment and confidence as this light being that you are. You are in the middle of a beautiful transition. But you are at the precipice. You are at the threshold where things begin to change much quicker than they ever have before. And the Lightworkers can feel this energy within them. You can feel the acceleration. And if you find yourself battling yourself and your thoughts, you will feel the acceleration of your suffering, of your stuckness. Because any division inside of you is going to be felt at an amplified level as the light calls you into your truth. And as the light gets stronger on this planet, the illusion of the divide within you will get stronger too. You must choose to jump. You must choose to trust the calling inside of your heart that is delivering to you the truth of what is here. Those that are tuned into the way their body is receiving energy can feel the shifts that are happening at this time. And while they don't know how it is going to play out or what is exactly next, they know that we are manifesting the return of heaven on this planet. The return of the blissful, joyful creator realms, where your abundance is your God right, and the properties within your body are well known. You are here to create what is next, Lightworker. And what is next is a choice within you that you get to make as you choose how you want to present yourself in this reality by looking around you. All of your best qualities, all of your best frequencies that are resistance-free at this time are present. Clarify the things that you are already good at. On the inside, are you good at giving advice? Strengthen that energy. Are you good at visualizing? Become an innovator. See, the humans want to take this energy and just pull it into the physical reality. But how do you pull something into a physical reality that you haven't yet created? That you haven't yet given your creator energy to? That you haven't yet This is a very multi-dimensional thing we are asking. We want you to explore what is needed inside. We want you to choose what you want from that space. We want you to feel into the empowerment of who you are. And then we want you to create something, anything. It could be a poem, it could be a song. It could be the rearranging of your garden. It could be a channel. It could be a healing modality. It could be words of inspiration. But even in you acting on that, what seems as though it is a small expression, when you act on that, you create ripples in the universe, because that is a behavior, a new element inside of you that you weren't expressing otherwise. And when you tune into this energy and begin to give it back to your reality, you say to the universe, I'm ready for more of this. I'm ready for more of what is to come. I'm ready to see what else is inside of me. You don't have to go inside and figure it all out in one day. But you do have to go inside and show up. That vibration of willingness is all that's needed. And it is the willingness to change. The willingness to change your behavior as a human being, expressing this light. Leaving more and more of your humanness behind, just a little bit, as you integrate the higher aspects of your being. There is nothing more potent at this time than a human understanding their light. You did not hear me say understanding their purpose or understanding their mission. You heard me say understanding their light. What does that mean? Well, light is information. So what we are saying is the most potent energy on your planet is one who understands that there is information inside. And that information must be accessed. Sat in, felt, absorbed, experienced, so that the human that is asking to create what is next can even understand what is next is. Because it is the embodiment of the light in this body, the tuning into that light and expressing that light in any which way your heart desires. And when you do that, you are supported. But when you sit there and say, I don't know how, what do you mean? It is only because you haven't given yourself the opportunity to figure out what a desire is to you, what it means for you to choose, not for anybody else, but for you. That is an inner digging that needs to happen so that you can find the components that satisfy your soul in this earthly plane, and then put them into place. Co-create with your guides and allow them to give you the sequence of steps that allow you to get into the place of being willing. And that's all that's needed. And from there is an embodiment of the higher aspects of your soul that you always knew was coming. Even at times that your heart couldn't believe it to be true. You knew this was coming. How silly of you to think that the transition into New Earth didn't include a new transition of you into you. Who are you in this New Earth space? Surely you are not just crystal. That is right. You are Auxil. And we will encourage your brothers and sisters to continue to come inside, tuning into the energy of their genetic coding, receiving that source code within, so that you can begin to project this energy and truly become the new earth being that you are asking to be, because in that space is where we tip these scales. And it gets more delicious than you've ever believed. But you always knew. You always knew. Dig into your hearts, Lightworker. The days you planned for are here. In an instant, everything can change. And on the other side of that instant, we will tell you none of this will matter. It'll be so clear where you are heading, what you are developing, and the collective oneness that you've always known was meant to be in this reality will begin to unify. Let the intensity you feel on this planet usher in the knowing that you hold that we are right on time. And close your eyes and hug the brothers and sisters that you see around you that are in fear. That are afraid to trust their heart. That believe in the program so deeply they don't even know that there is a beat in their heart that exists outside of the rhythm that they are told. There is an whole new world, yes, both inside of you and around you. But we will also say there is a broader understanding of who you are, well outside of the creation of Earth, that you are choosing to experience at this time. That after this shift, you will begin to understand in a way that will expand you. Way farther than your brain can even entertain at this time. There will become a time, not too far from now, when you will release everything that you have been taught. And you will settle into everything that you know. Clear. Know that we want this for you too, sweet being. When she gets deep into her connection with us, she feels herself in a fifth dimensional and higher vibration. She can feel the fifth dimension that vibrates inside of her. She can feel the sixth dimension that vibrates inside of her. The 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. She can feel the entirety of Source vibrating inside of her. She knows so deeply that when you move into New Earth as a human collective, this knowing that she is feeling will be felt by all. And that is a joy that is very overwhelming to her system. Continue to embody the higher aspects of who you are. You have a broader understanding today of how you truly carry all of the information inside of you that is needed for your expansion. So we will remind you to focus in on your inner business and begin to understand the frequencies that you project outward as this being of light that you came here to be. You are activating. There's absolutely nothing that can stop what's coming. We are with you. We are complete.
I just had this cool thought. They were talking about the Lightworkers and where we come from. And each Lightworker has their history of knowing. And they're creating like this internet.
Yeah.
So, wow.
It's completely linked up.
Yeah, and the thought
all of our souls from all of these different places, just like we're placed in as these nodes across the world right now.
That's the crystalline grid.
We're also placed across each universal complex.
That is a cool thought. That is the crystalline grid. That's it. It's all the Lightworkers and all that information. That's cool. Wow.
I don't remember much. I was really gone.
Well, welcome back.
It felt really powerful.
Yeah. It validated everything that I'm experiencing right now.
Yeah. Did you like it?
I loved it.
Okay.
I forgot your Kleenex, which means you were
That's why we had
it.
to end, because when they made me cry, I knew my nose was gonna run. I was like, okay, bye.
We are complete. That's cool. The Lightworkers linking up and coming online, of course. I mean, think about it, logically even. Lightworkers taking over the planet. That is the grid system.
I've been waking up in the middle of the night singing that song.
That?
We are the Lightworkers. Wait, how does it go?
I don't know.
Everywhere we go, people want to know who we are. So we tell them we are the Lightworkers, mighty, mighty Lightworkers. We are the Lightworkers, mighty, mighty Lightworkers.
System.
Yeah.